Hi everybody, thanks for watching this video with me today. My name is David, I'm a life coach and I make videos about emotional trauma from toxic relationships. This video is about reasons why we don't need to stay friends with an ex. Now, I've always kind of wondered why people do it, but I've met people who claim that they successfully are friends with their ex-boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, even things like this. It always struck me as a little odd how that dynamic worked out, why they're staying together still, why are they still friends. I understand that you have feelings for somebody, there's somebody you care for and you like, and maybe the relationship just didn't work out and maybe we can stay friends. And I've had people that tell me that they do that and they do it successfully, and I just got to take their word for it. I haven't seen otherwise. But I don't really suggest trying to do it. I've heard many people say it's a sign of maturity to be able to do that. Not necessarily. It's also a huge sign of immaturity to stay friends with some toxic person or just a bad relationship, not the healthiest relationship, abuse, neglect. So some can do it. I guess. I haven't done it myself. I haven't remained friends with an ex. But I'll say it's rare, for sure. So here are some reasons, and then I'll close when I'm done with something. But here are some reasons that are wrong reasons to stay friends with an ex. Kids. I want to get that out right away because a lot of you guys have kids with your ex-husband, your ex-boyfriend, girlfriend, wife. And you believe that you need to stay together for the kids. I don't mean stay together, stay friends. And I don't necessarily mean that, I'm not saying keep an ex out of your life completely. I know you have to stay together or communicate together for the children. I get that, but you don't have to stay friends for the kids. Just like you don't have to stay together for children. That is the absolute worst reason why people stay together in unhealthy or neglectful or toxic or abusive marriage, for the children. Worst reason. That is a reason not to stay together, not a reason to stay together. And I know you'll say, oh, well, and I'm not going to get too far into this, but children need a mom and dad. Okay. Do they need a mom that abuses them? No. Do they need a mom and dad together that's toxic as hell together? No. They can still have a mom and they can still have a dad. And, sometimes a mom or dad dies and they make it okay with one parent. Sometimes the parent isn't in their life. They're in prison or just don't care. And the child is still okay with one parent. It's not the reason to stay together. And it's not a reason to stay friends. You don't have to. You can still co-parent with somebody without being their friend. It can be just communicating only about the children. Bad reason to stay together, bad reason to stay friends. Bad example for the children. Because it leads me to the second reason. For the same reasons not to be together anymore. So understand the reasons this relationship isn't working. And that might be the same reasons why we can't be friends. I'm not interested in, they don't value respect. They're not very respectful to me. They tend to lie about things and hide things and sneak around. And I mean, then why would you want to be friends? Oh, they abused me when we lived together, but now we're just going to be friends and they won't abuse me anymore. No, why would you want to have someone in your life that abuses anybody, especially you? Number 3, still love each other. Maybe just you still love them, or they say they just love you, or you guys say, oh, we love each other. That's not a reason to stay together. Relationships require much, much more than love. These are the reasons I hear why people won't end relationships, because they're codependent, they're addictive, dependent, abusive, things like this. Still love each other is not a reason. So the definition of a codependent relationship is our relationship has problems, like all relationships, but we don't fix them or end it. Oh, well, we'll just stay friends. We're still in a relationship, aren't you? And if you have, those problems are going to follow you into your friendship. That's my point. Number 4, won't take no for an answer. And I'm not kidding. These are things that I've learned from having clients for years in toxic, abusive relationships. He won't let me. He won't take, I told him I don't want to, and he says, too bad. Oh my, get help. if any of you are in that situation. Get help. Oh my God. Number 5, sex. Sex. Yeah. I think most of us have done that at one time in our life. I think I did that in high school. Someone will always get hurt. Someone will always get hurt. Unless you don't care about people and emotions, and you don't care about relationships really, and them growing and being meaningful and all these things, and you just care about sex. And I don't mean just with that person. Because if that's not what you really just care about, why would you do it now with just one person? Someone always gets hurt when we do that. I promise. Number 6, lonely. Out of being lonely, out of fear of being alone, makes it worse. It makes it worse because now you have somebody in your life that you don't really want to be with. So now you're doing what you really don't want to do. It doesn't really feel that great, and it's not what you need probably. Now you're losing yourself, or you've already lost yourself, and that's probably a major reason why we stay together. We lost who I am, compromised and sacrificed and numbed all the parts about me. And now I just don't want to be alone. Because if you have a fear of being alone, then you don't know yourself very well. Okay? Really important. And it's not going to be fixed by staying together with somebody. Anybody. Even, especially the people you don't want to be with. Number 7. Waiting to find someone better. Yeah? How many of you guys done that? That's what narcissists do. They'll keep you around until they find someone better. Let me tell you something right now. Unhealthy relationships, whether it's neglect, whether it's abuse, just neglect. We just don't meet each other's needs. We talk, we're nice to each other and all that. We just don't meet each other's needs. If those are the kind of relationships that you're keeping to find someone else, it's not going to work. It'll never happen. You're in a toxic relationship and you're staying in it, meaning you aren't fixing it, so you don't know how, and you aren't making yourself feel better. You will never meet Mr. or Mrs. Right while you're with Mr. or Mrs. Wrong. I promise. I promise. Number 8. I feel sorry for them. Most of you have done that. Yeah. I've done that. Pity. Pity, pity, pity. I feel bad for them. That's a definite reason to not seek out anything better in your life. Do I need to go there? These things are just, a lot of you guys know this stuff. But I hope that me telling you, for those of you who need it or are in these relationships, I hope it helps. Just to bring up that awareness. You don't have to do anything for anybody but yourself. Okay? Number 9, emotional blackmail. What is that, David? Well, I'll kill myself. I'll hurt myself. I don't know what I'll do if you leave me. Can't think of a worse reason. Some of you might say, I can't think of a better reason. You are not responsible for anybody else's actions. I don't care what they do. Whatever it is they do, I care about what they do. I care that you are not responsible. You have somebody threatening to commit suicide if you leave them. Don't keep that person in your life. My God, call the police. Call the police. Number 10, control. Or it sounds like this. I just want to keep tabs on them. I want to know how they are. I want to make sure they're okay. I want to make sure they're not going to date my friend or do this or that or hurt themselves. Number 11, hoping for change. That's many of us, huh? We dated narcissists, borderline, sociopaths, psychopaths, histrionics, and they're going to change. It's just the bowl of excuses. They got hurt. That's why they hurt me when they're a child. They don't really know any better. They were just drunk, and they're going to change. They told me they're change. They're in therapy. They're saying that's my favorite. I'm seeing a therapist. So, and good. Want a pat on the head? Gold star, blue ribbon. Yeah. So, I want to end it with this. Maybe this can be done, staying friends with your ex. Like I said, I can't say it can't because, just by my own experiences, just haven't done it. But it can't work under any of these motives I just read. Period. And there's more, I'm sure. And here's the deal, is this is about awareness. We may not be aware that we're staying together because we're hoping them for the change. We may not be aware that we're not getting rid of them because we actually just like the sex, or you know what I mean? We may not be aware of these things. So self-awareness and mindfulness of who we are, how we feel, what we need, what we want, and what we are doing will help us not be in toxic relationships anymore, to be available for healthy relationships. Number one reason to end all relationships, I don't care who it's with, abuse. Abuse. I think once there is abuse in a relationship, that relationship is terminated. It's up to the victim and the abuser how long they want to continue it, but it's over. Because we don't abuse people, we abuse objects. And when people are abusing you, they have objectified you. And I don't know how you take an object and turn it into a human. Because that's what we were asking them to do. Please see me as a human being someday with, feelings and emotions and needs and wants and opinions. Yeah. Abuse, over. It's over. Okay? That's the number one reason. These are 11 reasons, or maybe 12, not to keep someone in your life that you dated, to not be friends with your ex. Love to hear you guys' stories. Let me know. You guys have been able to do this successfully. I would love even the challenge. I'd love for you guys to say, oh, I did it, David, very successfully. We're still, this and that. And then I'd like to go over and see if they really value the same things you value and if your emotional needs are met, because they weren't in what you're dating, or you'd be together, right? So I'm not saying it's not possible, because I can't just go by my own experiences. I understand that. That's why I want to hear yours. You guys tell me what your experiences have, your opinions of this, even if you haven't had this experience. Let me know what you guys think, okay? Thank you. Comments are always the best. Go down and read them, you guys. They're awesome. Thank you, all of you, for your support. I'll see you again. Love yourself first. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.